across all theatres of operation within 1 year. From the international scene, South Korea president is facing mounting pressure to resign over his failed attempt to impose martial law as parliament moves closer to a vote on his impeachment. Details of these are coming to you way soon. Do stay with us. Many thanks for joining us at this time. Now, details of the news. The Nigerian Senate has passed for third reading Investment in Security Repeal and Enactment Bill 2024. Passage of the bill for third reading by the Senate, followed by consideration and adoption of recommendations made to that effect by its Committee on Capital Market, chaired by Senator Osita Izunaso. The committee in the report informed the Senate that Repeal and Enactment Bill, when signed into law, will make the Securities and Exchange Commission the apex regulatory authority for the Nigerian capital market. Correspondent Kalojo reports that the passage of the bill will bring about diversity and growth in the capital market through market offerings that would form the foundation for economic expansion, thereby creating job opportunities within the Nigerian capital market.
That enactment of this proposed legislation will undoubtedly provide significant opportunity to drive the growth of the capital market and diversification, thereby creating a conducive atmosphere for investors in the Nigerian capital market. 4. That the bill contemplates to address modern forms of financial malpractices and reinforce investors' protection by
for the Act to repeal the Investment and Securities Act 2007, Act number 29/2007, and enact the Investments and Securities Bill 2024, and to establish the Securities and Exchange Commission as the apex regulatory authority for the Nigerian capital market, as well as regulation of the market to ensure capital formation.
The Senate are currently, after calls by close consideration of the bill, passed it for third reading. The Nigerian Senate on Thursday insisted that the proposed tax reform bill has not been suspended or withdrawn, as erroneously reported by some media organizations. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, reiterated the chamber's independence and its commitment to safeguarding the interest of Nigerians as it deliberates on the contentious tax reform bills. Correspondent Kalojo reports that Akpabio made the remarks after the Senate leader, Okpeyemi Bamidele, raised the point of order to that effect. Senator Bamidele expressed displeasure with the report that the bill had been withdrawn, stressing that the executive has a right to do so. He noted that the reservations raised during the debate was the reason another committee was constituted to look at the grey areas and report back to the Senate. Senator Bamidele equally noted that the delicate nature of the proposal was the reason membership of the committee cuts across all the geopolitical zones of the country. The Senate leader therefore urged the public to exercise patience, as whatever action taken is for the betterment of the people.
As far as we are concerned, the tax reform bills are alive in this hollow chamber. They are receiving consideration at various levels, and we are open to discussions, to negotiations, to interface. But let it not be said anywhere that we suspended further consideration of these bills.
In his remarks, Akpabio said that the Red Chamber will not be bullied or intimidated over the tax reform bills, asserting that legislative action on the proposed laws will continue in the interest of Nigerians. The Senate also reshuffled the membership of the committee responsible for meeting with the federal government delegation to address concerns raised about the tax reform bills currently under review. Tahir Mungunu, Senate Chief Whip, was removed from the committee and replaced by Kakashio, Senator representing Borno Central Senatorial District. Akpabi explained that principal officers should not be part of the committee, stating that this was the consensus reached during a closed-door session last week before the bills passed the second reading.
Also shy away from deleting or abrogating or stopping whatever we feel is not in the public interest. But for the tax reform bills, we believe that there are too many provisions there that would definitely help Nigerians. You can't imagine what it means for businesses that earn less than 50 million not to pay tax. You can't imagine what it means for multiplicity of taxes to be abrogated.
And still on that, the Arewa Youth Movement has expressed strong support for the proposed tax reform bill, calling it a transformative step for Nigeria's economy. Speaking with journalists in Abuja on Thursday, Ambassador Mohammed Sahad Dabuki, the national president, highlighted the bill's potential to drive economic growth, create jobs and address developmental challenges, particularly in the northern region. Abuki outlined key benefits for the north, including increased revenue generation through better retention of internally generated funds, improved infrastructure in areas like road, healthcare and education, and a more competitive business environment to attract investment. He also noted that the reforms could help reduce poverty and inequality, aligning with the Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs). The bill aims to broaden Nigeria's tax base, reduce rates and encourage compliance, which could boost government revenue, diversify the economy away from oil and enhance transparency in tax administration. The Arewa Youth Movement urged the National Assembly to expedite the bill's passage, emphasizing its potential to foster sustainable development and secure a brighter future for all Nigerians, especially in the north.
Furthermore, enhance transparency and accountability. The bill's provision will promote transparency and accountability in tax administration, reducing the opportunities for corruption and tax evasion.
Still on legislative matters, 4 members of the House of Representatives have defected from the Labour Party to the All Progressive Congress, citing internal crisis and absence of a national working committee in the Labour Party as key reasons for their decision. The defectors include Chinedu Okere, Owerri Municipal, Owerri North, Owerri West, Imo State, Matthew Donatus, Kawura, Kaduna, Akiba Bathi, Calabar Municipal, Odupane, Cross River, and the Sosa Yahweh, Oredo, Edo State. Additionally, Area Take, Buri, Sunwe. Speaker Tajuddin Abbas announced the defections on Thursday and congratulated the lawmakers, stating that they had made the right decision. However, Minority Whip Alisa and Deputy Minority Whip George Ozodinobi criticized the defections. Ozodinobi, an LP leader, accused the defectors of lacking political ideology, adding that the APC. And to other stories, the leadership of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners in Oyo State has demanded the sum of 60,000 naira as minimum pension for its members. These demands and many more were made at the commissioning of a medical facility in Ibadan, dedicated mainly to cater for the well-being of senior citizens who have also called on government at all levels to provide them with qualitative health care in their golden years, which they describe as a fundamental human right. The Secretary of NUP, Comrade Olusegun Abato, implored government to continue to make pensioner-friendly policy to care and protect the senior citizens who have served the state and nation in their productive years. In his remarks, the Deputy Governor of Oyo State, Bayo Lawal, pledged government's commitment towards improving their welfare and always ensuring that they live a more prosperous and rewarding life. He commended the Nigerian Union of Pensioners for always setting the pace in a creative project towards the welfare of their members.
Has graciously given Oyo State, Your Excellency, I'm pledging Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, that Oyo State pensioners should be given a minimum pension of 60,000 naira.
One union to be emulated not only in Nigeria but globally.
And these contributions impact positively on the socio-economic, political space in Oyo State. And that's why we are here this afternoon.
You're still on to the news on Galaxy TV. Let's go on a break, and when we come back, the news continues. We are glad to have you back. Now, for more updates and latest news, please visit our website www.galaxytvonline.com. Connect with thoughts on our X handle at Galaxy TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Galaxy TV News. You can follow and interact with thoughts on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Galaxy TV. Remember to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Galaxy TV. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate to live updates and comments, as you can easily scan our IG QR code. Now to security-related matters. The Defense Headquarters has said that troops of the Nigerian military have sustained aggressive onslaught against the insurgents as it neutralized 8,034 terrorists across all theaters of operation within 1 year. Director Defense Media Operations Major General Edward Buba, who made this known while addressing journalists at the annual review of the ongoing military operations across the country, said the troops also arrested 11,623 and rescued 6,376 hostages during the year. He stated that the troops of the Niger Delta region, in the course of fighting against oil theft, recovered 53,101,430 liters of stolen crude oil, 9,179,181 liters of illegally refined AGO, and 90,595 liters of DPK, denying oil theft of estimated sum of over 57 billion naira. The director, while assuring of the military's commitment to sustaining the pressure against the insurgency through ongoing operations in various theaters across the country, also pledged to improve the effectiveness of its operation to guarantee safety of citizens.
Troops confronted all these threats across the theaters by adopting a high level of alert as well as an increased state of readiness to protect the country from further terrorist aggression. Accordingly, the terrorists were forced to pay a price for every act of aggression against citizens.
Over 2,000 buses from Umpo Village, Rumolumeni community in Obio Akwa local government area and Ukpobo town in Ukpobo Nkoro local government area of River State have benefited from a 2-day free medical rhapsody carried out by the Nigerian Navy ship NNS Pathfinder. The 2-day medical outreach, which was carried out in parts of the Nigerian Navy's corporate social responsibility and non-kinetic efforts of the Operation Delta Sanity 4. Speaking during the exercise at Umpo Village, the commander NNS Pathfinder, Commander Kajithan Aniako, said the medical rhapsody is in line with Chief of Naval Staff Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala's vision, mission and strategic directive.
Arriving the coastal communities of Haruton and Opoluza with officers and men of the Nigerian Navy Forward Operating Base before supervising the free medical rhapsody, the commanding officer, Navy Captain Ikenna Okoloagu, said the synergy with the Shekiri and Ijaw communities will go a long way in boosting oil production in Nigeria.
Now, we endure the populace to the Nigerian Navy, which which will also result in bringing information to us for those who be criminals to avert such things, and thereby increasing our oil production. You can see even within our area of operation, the oil production has increased, and because of timely information between us and our host community. So this synergy has been good, and we are trying to, reinforce it and add more to what we are.
On their part, the chairman of Borodo Council of Elders and the public relations officer of Baramatu Youth Council lauded the free medicals by the Nigerian Navy as the FOB commanding officer stressed on the free medical outreach.
Very, very happy seeing the Navy around with the assistance of the medical assistance given to my community. That shows that the Navy is very good, and I want them to always come back and give this same assistance to the people of my community.
I think it's a beautiful one. In my whole entire life, I think this is the first of its kind I've seen. So it's quite encouraging. What I know the Navy for that they protect life and property, but I never knew that everybody is out here to benefit from this medical outreach.
We are here today, this is in line with the activities lined up by the Nigerian Navy to mark the end of the year. Today, Forward Operating Base Escravos is conducting a medical rhapsody in 2 communities. That is Aroton, where we are, and Oporoza, both in Warri Southwest local government area of Delta State. The conduct of this medical rhapsody is a civil-military cooperation initiative of the Nigerian Navy, which is a non-kinetic means aimed at winning the hearts and mind of the host communities towards strength and the host communities in their respective areas of operation.
Meanwhile, both the young and the elderly from both communities benefited from the free medical services, which include free eye tests, malaria and typhoid treatment.